Guys, what's going on? This is the commentator desk, your boy EE, my girl Julia right here. We are proud to welcome you to Melee Fight Championship, the 4th installment of this amazing event. And Julia, throughout the inception of this event, we have seen blood. We've seen tears. We've seen titles. We've seen wangs in some cases. I think that guy even got arrested. But we are once again here to see some great action. And our first time on the desk with you, how are you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling great. I'm super excited. I've been looking forward to this promotion and Melee 4 for quite a bit. I'm happy that we're back in IronForge Gym. It feels like home to me. I know that might be different for some of the other fighters, but it just brings a different energy when we're out here in IronForge Gym. So
no doubt about it. Now, you know, this is a little bit interesting how we're doing it this time around because obviously it's me. You know, we just here, you know, kind of run the desk traffic. Your voice is not unfamiliar to the commentator space though, because at any given point you can just hear you just shouting, not obscenities, but a lot of passionate remarks from the crowd. So it's glad that we're able to take that from the crowd and put you right on the desk.
I'm excited. Hey, listen, I need the crowd to kind of hype it up a little bit and take my place. So
there you go.
It should be good.
100%. Now, is there a fight on the card? Because we have a lot of fights right here. We have 13. I think it's the most we've ever had here, which is super exciting. Is there one that jumps out at you the most? I'm pretty sure there is. I'm kind of teeing you up for it, but let the people at home know.
I think everybody knows what fight we're looking for. I have to say the Shamsi versus Hibbs fight is going to be very electric, as well as Michael Bannock versus, what was it, Jorge Tercios.
Yep.
So that one will be a very exciting one. We might see a lot of wrestling there, might see some blood. Other than that, we have some IronForge fighters on the list that I'm excited to see. And other than that, I think all of these fighters are going to step up to the plate and give us a good show. I
have no doubt about that. Very excited for that. I know some of you are probably wondering, wait, isn't there usually a third person here? Listen, that guy went on a bender, and we haven't seen him since last night. Okay, so that's got nothing to do with us. But we are here, okay, and we are ready to deliver. It's going to be an amazing show. Again, 13 fights. Really excited for that. I think there's always that good possibility, too. Everybody's who's always watching, what do they want the most, Julia? They want to see a knockout, right?
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. You got 13 chances to potentially get that. So I got a feeling somebody, you know, you guys aren't going to walk away disappointed. I think there's going to be a knockout for sure.
There was a lot of talk, too, about how we had our last fights had pros on the card.
Yes.
But I think that a lot of people might have forgotten that in the first Melee when we had a full amateur card, we did not have a single decision. So the judges had the day off on that one. So I just feel like a lot of these amateurs, they come out and they feel like they have something to prove and they're trying to make a name for themselves.
Absolutely.
So I think it'll be really exciting.
Playing out of the blue corner, it is going to be Anthony Means.
Early this morning,
Feel bad for the fighter.
when you knocked upon my door. Early this morning, when you knocked upon my door, and I say, hello, Satan, I believe it is time to go. Me and the devil walking side by side. Me and the devil walking side by side. And I'm gonna see my man until I get satisfied. See, you don't see why, and you dog me around. Say, don't see why people dog me around. It must be that old evil spirit.
Our cameraman Antonio. He's one of the photographers at Comedy Mothership.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I love that, actually.
What a small world.
I love that 100%. I love the ambience, too, from Anthony Means. You know, to your point, 0-1, but took that loss, that fight on short notice,
Took a short notice fight, 2 weight classes above his, and lost a decision.
Okay, so you put a little asterisk next to that when you kind of comes down. I mean, this guy looks like he is kind of built like a tank, so I expect him to have a a pretty good bounce back here. But his opponent, Darryl Simpson, going to be making his debut. Let's have Darryl come on out from the red corner.
Not mad about this song. It's actually pretty badass.
I do like it.
Yeah.
I think that would get me amped too.
We do have Darryl here fighting out of Pragma, and while he is making his debut, he does have one tough coach in his corner. So I'm excited to see how they prepared for this debut and what he's going to bring to the table.
Yeah, he's a legit blue belt, trains in jiu-jitsu, has high-level coaches. Coach fights pro MMA. Coach has coached some high-level fights in the UFC. So, you know, he's got a good team behind him.
I don't know about you guys, but to me, this looks like the perfect start to today's action. Both these guys absolutely just looking hella intense. The one thing I will say for Mr. Simpson here, Darryl, making his debut here, so right there, me and Julie were touching on it earlier, Andrew, like sometimes those nerves can play a factor, but I don't know, man. When you can just kind of look at somebody and tell they're well engaged, I think he's going to be just fine in there on this debut.
Texas. Round Rock, Texas. Are you guys ready for your first bout of the evening? Okay. That wasn't bad, but you know what? These guys have been training for months, so I know you can do better. So, one more time, IronForge Gym, are you ready for some melee MMA? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. This bout is scheduled for 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the melee lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is in his second bout. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing in at 154.7 pounds. Fighting out of Killeen, Texas, representing Strike Kings. This is Anthony Means. And his opponent across the melee cage, fighting out of the red corner. He is making his debut. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing in at 155.8 pounds. Fighting out of Austin, Texas, representing Pragma Jiu-Jitsu. This is Darryl Simpson. Your referee in charge of the action, Greg Alvarez.
Yeah, I feel like both these guys kind of got like a little bit of a Hemi engine in them, right? Like you could tell they're both ready and eager to get it started. Gonna tap up one time, and here we go. Oh, okay, we are scrapping right off the gate.
They went straight glove touch to the big pressure. Dang. Anthony's got a monster right kick.
Good Lord.
Finds himself stuck on his back with the blue belt Darryl on top of him. That's never fun. Now recovers half guard. He's doing a good job re-guarding. So now we kind of know Anthony is a Muay Thai guy.
Yep.
He's got almost his full guard. He's got one butterfly and his left leg over. Let's see what can work off his back.
Yeah, I like this from Darryl because it seemed like if it was going to stay, both of them on their feet, it seemed like Anthony was really dictating that pace that first couple of seconds. So
yeah,
getting it more to a grounded situation seems like the play.
Well, this is where Darryl wants to be. You see, that was a great pass by him right there. Went straight to mount. He's maintaining the mount. If he can just hold on right here, he's going to have a great chance for some ground and pound. Woo.
Beautiful, nice
Oh,
reversal.
wow. That shows you how strong Anthony is. That's not you just sit up on somebody and make them fall to their back.
Yeah, seriously.
Now, Darryl, probably the little more experienced jiu-jitsu guy, now working his guard. Let's see if he starts trying to play a little guard and get a submission, or if he just decides to try to stand up.
It's always interesting to see which direction they go into because trying to take those submissions can get you into some pretty sticky situations.
Absolutely.
So.
You know, the old quote is you take a black belt and you punch him in the mouth, he turns into a brown belt, and so on and so forth. But here we go. Darryl looking for the armbar, and Anthony might have it locked up, but it's so hard once you get kind of pushed up, shoved against the cage, start to get out of position. But he might be going belly down on this thing.
And it's not unusual to see sometimes fights end in like one round if you get caught in a precarious position like this. So this could actually be pretty dangerous for Anthony. Kind of got a. We don't have the best vantage point right now, but
yeah, I think his elbow was a little too close to the opening. But it shows us Darryl's dangerous off of his back. However, you go for that armbar, and he probably gave everything he had on that armbar. He might have just burned himself out.
Nice.
You know, nervous energy when his first fight, he thought he had a finish.
Yep.
He didn't get it right away, and now he finds himself with Anthony on his back.
both could just be playing to the clock right now. Just about 40 seconds to go.
Means has both of his hooks in. It looks like he might be trying to roll Simpson onto his back.
Ooh.
Maybe go for some ground and pound. There we go.
Anthony going for some hammer fist here.
The crowd already.
Okay, so you're not just a streamer. You train a little bit, because
Yes.
I can tell just from your commentary. Okay, yeah, you know what's going on.
Yeah, Julia's about that business, man.
I
We're gonna
actually
see her in
train
that
here
ring
with
soon.
the IronForge team,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm here at my home.
Snap. All right. Well, ignorant me.
All right, 10-second warning.
Looks like we're going to see round two.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. All right, that's going to do it.
Beautiful first round.
Yeah, that was nice. I like the exchanges between both. I mean, definitely some highs and lows, and the back and forth, too, is really what caught my attention, because it does seem like these two guys pretty evenly matched in stature, in ability as well, both on and off the mat. It was nice to see. Speaking of nice to see, shout-outs to Peace Jars.
Yeah.
Yeah, good round one, pretty even. I honestly don't know which way I'm going with it. You know, Darryl almost hit an armbar. Anthony ended on top. They both had their time on top.
Yep.
Anthony hit a little more destructive stand-up. You know, his kicks were a little more powerful. That might be the only thing that I'm giving him the 10-9 round, because of how he started it with the heavy kicks and how he ended it.
True. Very good point on that. A little bit of a pendulum right now, but it is just round one, so let's see
curious to
what
see
these amateur
if-
fights are just
have.
sprints. These 3-minute rounds go by so fast.
Curious to see if Simpson is going to try to stand with Means again. Means was throwing some pretty great calf kicks that was kind of breaking him down,
Yes.
so I'm curious to see what his strategy is going to be going into this.
All right.
Yeah, I think Darryl should be looking for that takedown again. I don't think they need to get in another wild exchange on the feet.
He's getting caught with that left hook.
Anthony doing the pressuring. Darryl tries to step in on the push kick. You see Anthony's got these good feints, and Darryl's kind of falling for a lot of them.
Oh, my goodness, right in front of us right now.
Splash zone.
Darryl's got that body lock on him a lot of time. If it's the right guy, he's got that body lock, you're going for a ride.
Yeah.
But Anthony's getting heavy with his left arm. You see he's over the top doing a whizzer and trying to dig in his right arm right here. I imagine he's a strong dude if he was able to fight at 85 already, so no easy feat taking him down. Anthony's got his hands separated now. He's going to circle
Nice
off the
little
cage, start throwing
reversal.
some
Nice
knees.
knee.
Yeah, that was a great knee right to the sternum. Oh, right on
nice
the chin.
cross. Goes straight to the body lock.
Oh!
Lord have mercy.
Beautiful
Anthony
throw.
with the big throw from that whizzer. I tell you, he was doing a great job. You know, he gets him against the cage, he starts peppering him, then starts throwing some big shots. Darryl didn't like it, went in for a takedown, got the body lock again, but Anthony used it against him.
He has his shin covering Simpson's right arm, so he's only able to defend. Oh, he just
He's got to be
loosened it up.
careful. I mean, if he can't defend himself, they're going to call a stoppage to this. So he's got to definitely not allow Anthony just run roughshod right now, just sneaking in those hits where he can.
I can see Means is trying to put his shin back on that right arm of Simpson to try to trap that arm so he can get a nice ground and pound.
Darryl's looking for a Kimura off of his back, but from this half guard position with as heavy as Anthony is, doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Now he has his back to the cage.
Oh, wow.
I think we're going to see this one broken up if Darryl doesn't get busy defending or trying to get up.
Absolutely.
Strong overhands.
Yeah, there he goes, pushing off the hips.
Yeah,
is he going to go for it? There he goes.
Quick stand-up by Darryl. Ate a big one on the way up, though. Already less than a minute. Man, these are just go by so fast.
Yeah, these are some tough young bulls we're seeing lock up right now. Got to give them both credit. Definitely feel like Anthony has controlled the majority of this round, but credits to Darryl. A lot of fighting spirit right now.
Oh, wow. Darryl with the ankle pick, turning this thing around. Now Anthony finds himself pinned against the cage with Darryl on top, about to throw some ground and pound.
Oh, he's going for a choke.
And he just pulled him straight into the guard. That was interesting.
That's happened a couple times this fight. You know that's going to be something he looks back on and just kind of kicks himself for falling back like that.
Yep. I will say cage work is absolutely exhausting, so especially coming out as a debut, this might be a new feeling for him.
My goodness.
Great second round.
These guys going to be wiped out for round 3.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're early in your fight career like this and your skill set is still growing, you're still trying to figure out how to fight, one of the best things you can do is just have insane cardio to cover up for all your deficits.
We had a beautiful morgue pie in the cage.
Again, fansly.com/MCC. You can see all of our beautiful ring girls in more than just ring gear or even without. Just go ahead and hit that link. Check them out. Have yourself a good time after the fight. And what a way we have opened things up, guys. I mean, Darryl and Anthony, they have not disappointed by any stretch of the imagination. Can't wait for this round 3 and see who's going to come out on top of this thing. Very vocal coaches too, man. Nothing changes. Letting them know, like, hey, stick to the game plan. It's looking good for you.
You see there being a little bit more selective.
Ooh. There is with that right kick. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it a couple more times. Yeah, now to the calf.
Means is just great with those kicks. Chopping down the calf.
Yep. Yeah, so Means comes from Colleen with a bunch of guys that I used to train with like 2012, 2013. Every Wednesday we would go to Fort Hood and train with the squad there. And now those guys, just like myself, are far past their fighting days and they're coaching, and these are the guys they got coming up.
All right, back on the cage right now. A little bit of a reprieve. Let's see who can gain some advantage.
Yeah, Darryl needs to be working that head position. I doubt he's going to grab another ankle pick like he did in round 1.
He's got a nice frame on that head. Just released it.
Yeah, Means will start digging that left hand underhook as soon as he can. Try to circle him off the cage and land another knee. Darryl being stubborn, keeping Anthony to the cage, but Anthony landing those little knees to the body right there can be brutal. Now, this heavy pressure is kind of exhausting for both guys. You know, Anthony's getting pushed up against there, but I'd say Darryl's doing the majority of the work.
All right, that's probably a pretty good break to get there as well. Just under a minute left.
We've got a pretty tight fight. I think it's really going to come down to this last round right here.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, the eye poke. What a bummer.
Uh-oh.
Had a nice little exchange right there. Anthony landed a nice hard low kick, then got cracked by a straight left. And then the eye poke.
Yeah, definitely favoring that left eye.
We just saw a UFC main event in this way last weekend. With,
that's true, actually.
Cejudo and Song Yadong. Yeah, it's such a bummer.
How do you feel about Song Yadong getting that win after that eye poke?
I mean, it's kind of like a weird rule set. Yeah, I think that I just think it should be an automatic 1-point deduction.
Yeah.
I think that'll kind of eliminate them from happening. I think people will practice with their hands in a lot more, you know. And if there had been a 1-point deduction, I think that would have been possibly a draw in that fight. Darryl says he's okay. Hopefully he can see. This is tough. 1 minute left.
Yeah, you know your body best,
his vision might be
man.
compromised.
Yeah, you know your body best. You got to trust yourself. Debut fight, don't want to go out on a technicality. I don't blame him for keeping this going. He's got 50 seconds to make something happen.
Darryl coming back with a nice 2-1. You know, Darryl's striking has impressed me. I kind of assumed him for a jiu-jitsu guy, but he's proven me wrong.
Nice throw.
Anthony with the throw once more. I never get tired of watching those throws.
Oh, those are beautiful.
I think if he can ride out this last 30 seconds, then the fight's his.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, too, and he knows it as well. Like, he's got him in a very good mounting position, Pauls, to know exactly
now with the hooks
how this can end.
Maybe try to flatten him out. Nice flat.
Wow.
This might be it.
Yeah.
9 seconds on the clock.
Oh, man.
Ref just might let it finish out.
Couple of seconds. GG's. That'll do it.
Wow.
I think he just sealed the deal there.
Great fight, yeah. Man, it was so weird, you know, watching how intense he is because, you know, when I'm in the locker room talking to him, Anthony was one of the more chilled, mellow guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are the ones to look out for, man. Because, like, to your point, like that, you know, that 0-1 record is deceiving when you realize exactly what the circumstances was it when he was, like, not fighting within his weight class, taking it on short notice. This is a tough son of a gun. He just proved it right there. And Darryl Simpson, even in a debut, probably likely going to be a loss for him. Still, I thought an impressive performance. Definitely had some really sparkling moments
Darryl
there.
Simpson, he's got a bright future ahead of him. This is a tough fight, number one. This just shows how competitive it is now. You know, he's fighting a guy that's 0-1. He's a debut, and they're both that good. I was impressed with both of them. You know, they are making amateur mistakes, rolling over to their back, getting, you know, wild exchanges, not setting up their shots, stuff like that. But that's all stuff that, you know, you're supposed to do as an amateur. So by the time you do go pro, you get that experience, and you're not doing it for long.
All right, well, I think we have a couple of replays for you. So let's check out the Fansly Final Blow replay and see exactly how this one went down. Again, really, we already knew by round number, once we got to round 2, we were like, okay, this fight definitely has potential to go the distance. And guys, off of a couple of slams and grabs and exchanges, did not disappoint.
Great first fight.
And that right there coming up, the calm, a little bit of calm before the storming. This exchange right here, I think we're about to see, is where it got a little trepidatious, but kudos to both, man. Still finished the fight out. All right, beautiful stuff.
Just waiting on
all right.
Perfect.
Let's send it to Chad to get the results of our first contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the judges' scorecards, a round of applause for both of these athletes, please. After 3 rounds, the judges' scores are as follows. All 3 judges score it 30-27. All for your winner by way of a unanimous decision. Fighting out of the blue corner, Anthony Means.
Oh, it looks like he just got his blue belt. Congratulations.
I almost blew the surprise when I saw the blue belt out, and I said, Anthony's about to get his blue belt, but then I realized he could hear us, so
awesome.
I held my tongue.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, and just with 1 year of jiu-jitsu under his belt.
Very cool.
That is very impressive.
Very much so, man. Obviously on a very solid trajectory. Even both of these guys, man. Again, that was a hell of a way to open things up.
I don't have y'all in mind.
I don't have it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Congratulations, Anthony. Anthony, they were spamming in the chat. Anthony means business. Now, you came in here and you dominated for the past 3 rounds. But people want to know, how does it feel that you started at 25 years old getting into this? How do you feel that you got more of a late bloom into this game?
Hey, I know I started super late, but I am working. My coaches are amazing. I'm at the best gym in Texas right now, Strike Kings, Clean, Texas, and we build it, man. It's my first time at 155, but you're going to see way more of me.
So congratulations on your win. Good job to both competitors. And let's head it back to EE at the commentator desk. EE, take it away.
All right, appreciate that, Miz. And again, congratulations to Anthony Means. Definitely meant some business on that one in delivered, proven to 1-1. So good stuff. Again, another solid opening. That's one thing about these championship bouts that we get here, Melee Fight Championship, always have the good opening bouts, man. They definitely kind of set the tone for a card that is stacked here. Again, guys, we got 13 fights. That's 1 down, so still 12 more to go. And I expect, I'd love to see just every fight just match that level of intensity and action that we just got treated to.
Absolutely.